when you hear that. Better run when you hear that. I said, run when you hear that. Better run when you hear that. I said, run when you hear that.
Hi guys, Jamie of Brisbane Kawasaki here. Just going to do a bit of a run through on for beginners that want to get into jet ski racing. There's a few things you need to do for safety wise. It's very easy. For your ski, you need some degree of toe loop for the front of the ski. Make it easier for rescue. It can be a professional one. It can be a piece of rope that attaches to the front of your jet ski under the toe hook there. Right. Moving back to your safety gear here, so you need a full face motocross helmet and one with the dot or the Snell or the Australian standards, a late model helmet obviously. Don't get a second-hand junky one, just get yourself a proper helmet. The lighter the better, if I offered any advice, and the second part of it, it's not important, but if some of the stuff comes out, it's easier to clean and wash. Doesn't need to be that way, it's just a helpful hint. But a motocross full face helmet. You will need goggles. Some people wear tinted goggles, I personally wear clear goggles. They don't have to be expensive, just comfortable goggles, motocross goggles. Moving along, you're going to need your life jacket here. Make sure it's the correct rating for your jet ski, of course. What is mandatory is a back brace. You must have a back brace. This particular one is about $90 from Jet Pilot. Very easy to wear, very comfortable. It goes on and then your life jacket goes over top of it, so your spine's protected. Like that. Then come around here. You'll see that. You need to have covered footwear. Doesn't really matter, or sand shoes, doesn't really matter, as long as your feet are covered. What I do recommend is some gloves. Gloves allow you to grip the handlebars a lot better for longer. They're cheap, they work very well. So as you can see, you don't really need a lot to get into racing, and it's very, very fun. If you would like any further questions, I'm more than willing to help, or your local jet ski shop will also be able to help you. Please try and support the people that support jet ski racing. Thank you.
Good evening everybody, Bruce Foster here, Jet Ski Republic. That was Jamie AD, QPWC President and obviously owner of Brisbane Kawasaki as well. Just giving you a quick run through on what's involved with getting into jet ski racing. Tonight we've got a bunch of women on who are currently in the racing scene, whether they be racers or support people, or race team owners. And I want to try and highlight tonight how easy it is to get into it, and really what's involved with it as well. Just try and build up, and it's not just aimed at women as well. It's just, I'm taking the women angle to give them a bit of a highlight for themselves, because they've done a lot and they're trying to build up their category. So I want to give them the platform to try and do that. But it's applicable to all, both men and the women's section, and even juniors for that matter, to try and get new people into the sport that otherwise have probably just looked at it and thought, nah, I don't fancy it. or don't really know what it's all about, or it may seem really intimidating to them. So I wanted to try and put an emphasis on that tonight, and hopefully after tonight and listening to some of the guests that I have on tonight, that it may inspire some more new blood into the sport, and it can only grow from there. So what I'll do now is I'm going to switch over to get the ladies on now. So ladies, I hope you're ready. I've had a variety of different messages. Just double checking with me, make sure how it's being set up and all that kind of stuff. So bear with me. I have no idea how this screen's all going to look. So I'm going to need to fix it all up on the fly. So I'm hoping this all sets up pretty good. Knowing my luck, it probably won't. And at the moment, I'm already delayed trying to make the connection with them. So let me just come out of that for a moment, and then I'll try it again and see if that helps make it work. I hope so. I hope this works. I've had this group chat set up since I spoke to the girls last week about all this. So this has been a work in progress, and I don't fail me now. I need to kind of get it all in the one conversation so that everyone's all on the window and in the windows themselves. So, but for some reason, it's not connecting and allowing me to make the call to everyone. I've done this before with these kind of calls, and it's never been an issue. So I don't know entirely what's going on. Let me just come out of that, and I'll try and set it up again. Sod's law that this is happening. Unbelievable. Done these repeatedly with multiple guests, and I've never had an issue or a drama with it. And for some reason, I'm getting it tonight. I hope this is Facebook not playing funny games with me. Girls, bear with me and while I try and fix this. I'm not sure there's really a great deal I can do at the moment. I'm just hoping that the Facebook gods play with play good. So I don't know how I can do that. Let me try it this way, and we'll see if we can get the girls to join this way. So, ladies, bear with me. I'm going to wait to send you a link. Hopefully this will work, and you can click on the link and join the chat or join the conversation. So let's see where we go from there, and we'll there will be a slight delay on what you get on your video, by the way. If you have if this is aimed at the guests that are coming on. If you have, oh wait a minute, let's see if this works. Someone's no, wait a minute. How am I going to get? Oh, this is screwing me up now. Hang on a minute, girls. I've got to get this figured out and get this into my. This is kind of screwed things up because you girls have called me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can.
Yeah.
Right. Give me a second and let me get this figured out. And let me just get that there. And. This normally doesn't happen with me because I've normally had the guest chat comes up really easy, and let's see, not that one. Bear with. This is messing me over. Did you get my link then to invite for the conversation?
Yeah.
You did, but for some reason I wasn't able to then dial you in, so I don't know how that's happened. So
I didn't get a link.
No, I didn't get a link. It was
But when
Someone called?
But when I invited you for a call, you were able to accept that, yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do this slightly different. I've got to find the window and put it in first. So, sorry, I'm doing this on the fly. Display cut. Try that one. Bear with me, people. I'll have this sorted in a minute. No. Girls, can I try this again? I'm really, really sorry for this. Hang on a minute. Let me get this sorted out. It's kind of deteriorating rather quickly here if I don't get this fixed up quickly. So give me 2 seconds and I'll get right back to you. And I'll keep talking while I'm doing it. So hang with me. Hang up just now and then I'll give you a buzz back and hopefully we can get it worked out. Okay. Sorry, ladies. Oh, dear, dear, dear. I can't believe this. Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, I need to get rid of that. Okay. Now, I've got things up here and I don't even know what... Right, okay, get rid of that. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Alright, let's try this again. And let's see where we got display. Oh no, wait a minute, I got it here. Dear, dear. Like I've said, this never usually happens. I've never had this issue before. And there's always a bloody first time for everything. So let's try this again. Right. Third time lucky. Fingers crossed. Please. Connect. Oh God, I can't believe this. I've done this multiple. My very first stream, I had 2 guests on, worked no problem. I've had 9 people on at the one time, all ladies, funny enough, and it worked perfectly. This is the first one I've had where I've never been able to get everybody on together at the same time, and I don't know why that's happened. So that is really annoying me. Let's try this one to the girls. So hopefully this may work this way. Let's try it and see. Right, I got Trilly. Trilly, I see you. Finger. Oh! It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Oh boy. Oh, what's happened? What have we done? Oh, dear God. What is going on here? Now, I've got you girls on a different window now, and this has gone pear-shaped big time. Oh, dear, dear, dear. I had it. Oh, I'm going to have to do it again. I'm sorry. So I'll send you the link, and I'm not clicking on anything this time. All right.
Okay.
Oh, dear God. Dear God. This is so annoying. All right, let's do this. All right, copy the link, send it to the girls, and then they can jump on and do their thing. Right, I've joined. There's Alicia. Can you hear me?
Hello. I can, yes.
But I don't know if there's anything on the screen behind you. 2 seconds. Nah, I don't. Alicia, I'm going to need to hang you up, darling. Sorry. Follow the link and click on the link. That's...
So not this one, Bruce.
I don't know what's going on. This is all going... I had it 2 seconds ago and it failed big time. Oh, God. This is so frustrating. Get that out of my way. Right. Sorry, I've got multiple windows open here and this is what's totally thrown me. Right, so let's see. Right, I've got 4 people in a conversation, but I've got nothing coming up on screen. Why is that? Right, bear with that. Alright, here, let's do it this way. Alright. Bear with me, girls. Bear with me. I will. I'm determined to resolve this. This is so frustrating. All right, let's go here. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud here.
Sarah, maybe do the can and entertain us while we're waiting.
I wish. Listen, I've got enough on my plate as it is without having to do that.
Are you guys cold?
Hey?
Cold. I think we're wedding now.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Ladies, I'm assuming people can hear though. So let me just get that to heck. This is so annoying. Right. Girls, I'm going to wait to send a link. Click on that link, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
Right, try that one and see how you go. Oh, there's Charlie. Hey! Yeehaw! Cracked it. All I've got to do is just figure out the screen for the chat, and then you'll all be in the picture. So I can do that on the fly, though. Ladies, thank you for bearing with me. I'm embarrassed about that one, and a little bit annoyed as well. So, oh God, I'm in there as well. I think what I'll do is I'll take myself out of there, so because I'm on the big screen somewhere. You don't need me there. You don't need to see my ugly mush. Scale everything up so we can all see you. There we go. Ladies, thank you for joining me. I finally got it. Pleasure to have you on. How is everyone?
Good.
Excellent.
Yeah. Now, in case you're all wondering why you're on, is some of you wondering why I've asked you to come on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're all currently in racing in some degree or whatever, whether you're actual racers. Tralee, your situation is twofold. You've just got back into racing. And
Yep,
obviously you're a team boss as well. So
Yeah.
the whole idea of tonight is to try and get people back into the sport, all right, and motivate some people to get into it. That was my whole intentions for tonight, and I wanted to try and use you ladies to come on and help motivate and inspire some people to do it. If it's 1, 2, 3, whatever, new racers, whether it be male or female, it doesn't matter. Which is why we started off with the video from Jamie about the kind of equipment that you need to get it. So, you kind of get my gist, you kind of get the idea what I'm trying to do, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus,
Good, Bruce.
we're into a bit of girl power as well, yeah. We've got to think about the ladies in this one as well and give them the platform. So, women power and all that, I guess. First of all, my question would be, and I'll start from, as I'm looking at the screen, I've got Jamie first. So, Jamie, my first question, and this is to all of you, what got you into jet ski racing, or what got you into jet skiing in general?
It started for me about 11 years ago. Me and my dad wanted something to do together, so we just got some 2 pole skis, and we kind of just kept going down. I was addicted at that point. After school, just kept going down to the beach, and the local race club were down there, and I saw them racing, and yeah, we inquired about it, and then next thing I know, I was on a ski and racing, and then unfortunately, my parents actually got divorced during that time. So my dad and I started racing in Thailand, which kind of opened up a whole new can of worms, and it kind of just took off from there.
Yep. Now, obviously, we had you at the championships a couple of weeks ago. It's not the first time you've been there. Been here though, is it? Courtesy of the Cunningham family. Yes.
I've been over 3 times now. Once I've been over for Redcliffe, came over for nationals, and then this round. I've also done a training session with the Cunningham family as well. They've had me over 4 times actually. So
Nice one.
yeah,
Nice
thanks
one.
to them, I've been able to race a bit more and take it east.
Good stuff. Tralee, now you've got a bit more of a history in the sport. So fire away. What got you into it, and what keeps you in it?
So I guess Derek and I started in the early 90s. We both got pole skis as well. So,
Yep.
And we enjoyed it. We went wave jumping on the stand-ups and we loved it. And I think we saw a couple of racing skis as well and decided, oh, let's go give racing a go. So down in New South Wales, we started racing. Even in winter, they were racing in New South Wales. Black ice on the road. We would travel 4 hours to go racing in New South Wales.
That's commitment.
Yeah, it was at the time. We did that for a few years. And yeah, then we kind of drifted apart a little bit with the racing scene. We decided we went into go-karts, and we did go-karts up until Bailey was 16. So we just went down a different race avenue.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then when Bailey turned 16, we'd moved to Queensland. When he was 10, we moved to Queensland. Got some jet skis just for fun, and we said to ourselves we would never go into racing again. We were just buying a couple of fun skis down front of the ocean. We were never going to buy a turbo ski. We were never going to do this. We're never going to do that. And then Bailey got the bug.
Bailey unfortunately got the bug. Yep. And
yeah, I wanted him to have the same experience as
how many skis have you got now?
Oh, God. I think about 12, 13.
Oh, my God. People,
She
realise...
has to have them for me to come over and race. Gotta have lots.
Exactly.
Tralee, you should start up an all-women's team.
I could actually.
There you go. You got enough skis for it.
I have put the invitation out there because I am about supporting all the both men, women, young, old, from different countries. I've got the skis. You just got to get here.
Yeah.
You know, I've offered Casey Leach in the UK, Luke Thompson from the UK, all my New Zealand guys. I've known them since Bailey went racing in New Zealand.
Yep.
So, you know, I bring over, and some Americans, like I tried to get Bobby over here before COVID. So there was some planned.
Oh, listen, Bobby, that would have went off if you'd been able to get Bobby over here.
Oh, 100%. And that's what I'm hoping, you know, in the future we can still get him over here. But we'll see what happens.
I'm sure he'd love it. I'm sure he'd love
Oh,
it.
he would.
Yeah, definitely. Sarah, we've come to you. What got you involved in it?
Well, I'd never actually even sat on a jet ski before until I met Pete, and he actually took me out, and I was on the back, and he was kind enough to let me have a go on the front, and I was
That's
very
how it
lucky.
starts. That's how it starts.
Yeah, and then, but the first time he had his a race that I went with him, and it was down in Rafferty's, New South Wales. And when I watched that, I was so keen to have a go, and I think from that very moment, that was when I caught the bug. And
And how far back? Did you say how far back that was? Was that a year, 2 years, 3 years?
No, it's about 8 months now.
Oh my God! God, I didn't realise it was that soon. I thought it was a while you'd been. I thought maybe a couple of years or something you'd been at it. So,
No, but
God, you've come on a lot since then.
yeah, I've been practicing a lot, and Pete takes me out all the time, and we go to Marshall Lakes, and that's really helped me. But yeah, I'm definitely addicted.
What word of advice to you, Sarah? Go out with the girls. You'll probably learn more.
Yeah, I probably should. I think Charlie should take us all out. Yeah.
Nice one. Alicia, what about yourself? I don't think you've been in it long either, have you?
No, I only started racing last season. I had my daughter's 2, but my partner started doing the safety marshal. I think he's 5-6 years in it with Daz.
Yep.
They always spoke about racing. Like, I'd come up and watch them, and I'm like, I can't do that. The boys are doing that. Like, how do you expect me to do that? And he always mucked around like, well, if you come off, I'll come save you. And I'm like,
They just wanted to be close to you. That's what it was.
and then after my daughter, I kind of was like, what am I going to do with my life? What am I doing for fun? And I was like, well, I don't want her growing up. I'm like, I can't do that because boys are doing that. So we brought a spark and I started racing. And now I'm hooked. Like, it's so much.
Nice one. I remember you at the state championships last year, and you were riding around on your Spark.
Yeah,
you weren't allowed
sorry.
on the Yamaha, I don't think, at that point.
No, we do have the Yamaha, but it broke.
Oh,
and
right, okay.
So I raced that against the girls, and then I do the Sparks. I was in 2 classes, and it filled up with water, and I'd already paid my entry and all the rest. And I'm not going to sit here for 2 days. So I versed everyone, like all the 300s on Spark.
On
and
your Spark.
So
You know what? I remember that because I was obviously there that day, and Charlie would remember it as well. You kept going despite everybody having such a significant lead on you. You didn't stop and give up. So well done just for persevering and continuing to keep going. So
yeah,
well done. Yeah.
Ash and I have actually left Destiny for 2 nights. So I was like, I'm not sitting on the sidelines. Like, I've given up. I'm child free. I'm going in.
Now you do realise that as you're bringing your young ones up around the jet skiing, there's every likelihood that they may get involved at some point as well.
Yeah, that sounds expensive, doesn't it?
It does sound expensive. Jamie could probably tell you more about that one at the moment because I think her little one's certainly got the bug.
Yeah,
Janine,
she definitely does.
Janine, sorry, you're last one on the list here. So what about yourself? What got you involved in it?
A lot of egging on by people, I think, was the main thing.
Yep.
I did want to do it. I went up and saw one of the races at Redcliffe last year, and it made no sense whatsoever. But then people have been chipping away at me for the last sort of 6 months. So this year I decided to give it a go.
Yep, good stuff. I've got no doubt your hubby's probably been in your ear as well, telling you to get up there and get involved as well. He's actually on just now, so I'm not sure what he's. They're all making comments about my mishap at the start when I was trying to get everybody plugged in so we could. They're all making digs at me about it. So we are back. So how are you finding it all? Especially those of you that have just came into it. How do you? What's your views on the race scene at the moment, as far as what you're seeing and what you're experiencing just now? Jamie, sorry, I'll go with you.
Wait, you have to say it again. It cut out.
So it's probably my accent. What's your views on the racing scene and that, and in general at the moment? What's your honest opinions about what you're seeing, what you're witnessing?
Well, at the moment, I'm loving it because I've been around for a while and it's always so male dominated. So I've grown up racing around the males. And I've always wanted some females to race against. We don't have a lot of racing in WA, which
sucks.
That is, it sucks. It really sucks. But, the beauty is I get to come race with these ladies. So it's good in terms of that we've got some more women coming into the sport. It just makes it a bit more fun.
Yep.
And yeah,
to be fair though, Jamie, it's not really a race when you're that far in front of us.
Listen, you've got to play. It's a race for you, girls, so you got to try and keep up.
Yeah.
So the race is between the 3 of you behind her. Which is just as good.
Jamie, why don't you tell the ladies what you train on? What jet ski you train on?
I actually train on a Spark.
Oh, wow, okay.
I actually only have a Spark at home. And I've actually been out of the scene for 3 years. So that
was a hell of a comeback, man.
Yeah, it was my first big event in 3 years. I had an illness, a bad illness that stopped some of my racing in China, and then COVID hit, so I couldn't travel, couldn't race, and then I had my daughter. So it's actually one of my first big events back. I've done a training session, I've done a little race back home, but it's been a while since I've been in the scene again. So yeah, it's good. I like the way that it's moving forward. It's positive.
Out then.
Yeah. I've got the bug again too. It's I'm falling back in love all over again.
Nice one, nice one. Tralee, what do you think? What's your views and what you're seeing just now?
Oh, look, I think it's starting to grow again. I
Yep.
think the environment's fun.
Yeah.
It's more a fun family atmosphere, which is great. I think, that's what we enjoyed about it when we first got back into it, back in the early days. Our first race was at Atkinson's Dam.
Yep.
We all camped, we all had fun, and it was a fun family vibe. And I think we've gotten back to that now. I mean, if you want to take it the next step further, I mean, you can always go overseas.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but for here in Australia, it's not, it's a sport we want to grow, but it's a sport you need to have people want to come and enjoy. It can be a very expensive sport. So we want to keep it at that level where everyone can come and enjoy, have a race, have fun.
Sorry,
so I think it's
sorry to interrupt there, but especially when you've got 12 skis and a son that wants to travel all over the world.
Yeah, true. Well, that's where he can go and have
Hey,
some
you know
fun.
what though? He's flying the flag, and he's certainly helping put Australia and your team on the map. So you've got to be in it to win it, is my view, and he's putting himself in it to win it, and you guys are doing that. So you're definitely the ones to beat.
Yeah, he trains hard. I don't think anyone really realizes. Yeah, he works as well to pay his own way.
Yep.
So he works 12-hour shifts, and then he goes to the gym 4 and 5 days a week, and then he's on the ski every weekend.
Yep.
So he trains and trains and trains. Yeah, to get to that level.
I noticed a little while back he was on the ski helping you get back into it.
Well, I've never raced runabouts. Just so the ladies know, I've only ever raced pole skis.
Right.
So that was my first race ever on a runabout.
Wow. Okay. You know,
Yeah.
to even be there is is an accomplishment in itself. So well done. Well done.
Thank you. It's a bit of fun. Yeah.
Sarah, what's your views? What are you seeing and what's happening just now?
Well, I've been very, very lucky. Everybody's been very welcoming and kind to me because Pete knows a lot of people in there anyway, so I'm lucky enough that I can talk to them, and even like Bruce and Charlie, even Bailey, so many other people have, even the marshals and even Alan, the photographer, they've all given me lots of pointers and tips, and they're very encouraging, and just to see everyone having a go is, yeah, they're very welcoming.
That's the key, isn't it? It's just like everybody wanting to have a go and put themselves in there. So it's great to see people giving it a go. Alicia, you're obviously had a few races under your belt now. So what do you see?
I'm a very nervous person. So my first few races, I was like, stay away from everyone and didn't know whether to approach anyone and talk, and like got really nervous. I definitely am coming out of my shell now, as Tralee knows, because I won't leave her alone when I'm on the beach. Definitely a very family friendly event.
That's good.
I didn't have a babysitter for a few events, so
Yep.
and then for Stan, I brought my daughter, and everyone offered to help. Like my partner and I had back-to-back races, and it just.
Alicia, I remember round one, and it was the Enduros. They were going away to start the Enduros in round one earlier this year, and your little one was making a beeline for the water, and I was like I was worried that she was going to get trampled by all the racers. So I ended up having to go over myself and pick her up and grab her, take a hold of her, because you were holding for Ash.
Yeah. I couldn't see her. And
I thought she's going to be on the back of that with Ash, and Ash will be halfway around the course. She'll be like, "How did you get here?"
Yeah.
Janine, what's happening with you? How are you seeing it? Enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really enjoying how encouraging everyone's been. I thought, being an old duck and turning up to a race as a girl as well, but it hasn't been like that. Like everyone has just been so willing to have a chat and, like Sarah said, just help you out and stuff. It's just been really, really great experience.
So
I think
just to touch on that, is there, like for all of you as well, was there any doubts in your mind or anything that you were thinking, oh, I don't know about this, or was it just an anxiety on your part about getting involved in it, or was it just or the apprehension about the environment in which you might be walking into. It's like Jamie says, it can be, and it has been in the past, quite a male-dominated environment. But obviously, you're starting to chip away at that now. So, was that pretty much fair to say that there's an anxiety and unknown about what you're walking into?
Yeah, all of it, Bruce, and also too, I'd never skied in that type of way before. You know, going around, the boys and stuff. It was just, going on big rides or, around the mangroves, that sort of stuff. So it was a completely different sort of skiing as well.
Don't mention mangroves to me. I've got a habit of going into them. Daz took me in there one time and he had to do a search and rescue for me. Have you girls experienced any barriers when you've came into it at all, when you were initially making headway into it? Is any obstacles or hurdles, not necessarily a barrier, but maybe a hurdle that you've had to get over or navigate your way through? Has there been anything like that, or have you all found it pretty smooth?
I think without the support, it would be difficult.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Now, just from your perspective, you've obviously been around it a little bit longer. Would it be fair to say that the male-dominated environment could be in the past maybe would have been quite intimidating for a lot of women, or do you think that's different? I know it's obviously a bit different now.
It could have been, yeah, definitely. If there is no women's class, so. That's how a lot of the good women have become, like Kylie and a few others. Yeah. And you can only race the men. Yeah. So, and when you think about it, it's not such a bad thing because you're on equal horsepower. So it doesn't come down to weight really, or how big or how lean you are. It comes down to, I guess, how much you want it. Yep. And how much you can learn over time. So I think it's one of those sports that doesn't matter if you're racing, if you're a man or a woman. You can win. Yep. Oh, look at the young lady in Thailand, Orapan. Exactly. There's a proven brilliant.
I've missed some of the stuff that's happened in there. What you want to quickly explain what happened there, or what the goal was?
What do you mean?
How did she? What did she? Is she dominating in a male environment? Is that?
Yes. Yeah, she's dominating.
Right. Okay.
She won,
all right.
She's won in World Cups. Dominating in in a men fully. She doesn't race the women's class. She just races the men's class.
She's up there for the men.
Yeah. She's
showing the men how to do it.
Yeah. There's many women around the world that are like that. You look at young Lescano. She's doing really well in the amateur P1 in America.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about there. Yeah. So Jamie, how would you fancy your chances against the likes of Noah?
Against Noah? Well, do you know what? You have to think positive. I reckon I've got it.
Oh, yes. There we go. Boom. He'll be sitting back in New Zealand going, nah, no chance. It's in the bag.
I've been racing. I've raced the men multiple times. I've raced in Thailand against the men, and I was sitting in 5th. So in the class that I was in, but there was 26 to begin with. We had to qualify. So, it's not my first rodeo with men. I enjoy it.
I actually love that. That was pretty well said. That's pretty good. I like that one. Rodeo with the men. A comment to you, Jamie, while you're there. Now, let me try and get this up. I've got to show this one now. Let's see if it can. 2 seconds. I've got to get it on the top. I'm getting a picture here, so can you ladies see that? I don't know if you can. Excuse me, Sarah, I'm going to put it in the middle there. And Alicia. Now, while it's there, this one was posted on the story board a few weeks back. And I've got to say, I absolutely loved this when I seen it. What's your little girl's name again? Isla. That's a Scottish name.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay.
It means island because, we're always in the water.
I thought that was beautiful when I saw that. And then to have the jersey on as well from Tully's 8-1 race team, I thought that was brilliant. So I had to share that.
She's got a new one coming.
Yep. So, like, from like it just shows you that even if you're a mother, you can, it doesn't stop you. And I think a lot of people maybe look at that and think, oh, I can't do it because I've got this or that. But you can do it if you put your mind to it. And, so I think it really does. It comes to, oh, God, what I've done. It comes down to the mindset. And, you've done pretty good. So proud of you. And the same with you, Alicia. You're exactly the same. Tralee, it's a bit different for you because you've got an older child. So, Janine, you don't have kids, do you?
I've got kids and a grandchild.
Oh my God! But they're obviously a bit older as well.
Yeah.
Did you bring the grandkids up at the racing at the week a couple of weeks back? Nah.
No, he lives interstate, sadly.
Ah, that's not so good.
Yeah.
That's not so good. Oh well, okay. So, what's your plans for the future, ladies? Jamie?
Hopefully another world finals. Hopefully a few more races over in Queensland with the girls.
Yep.
And maybe a Thailand here or there. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get at least one more international. Have you kind of mapped out what you want to do as far as time frame, or are you just kind of taking it one step at a time? World Finals 2024.
Wow.
But it really depends on financials and, actually, if Trailee's going. But,
hey, listen, you got to get put out there.
It does depend on a lot, working and mortgage and baby. I would like to get to Thailand this year, not for racing, just to support
just to watch
Bailey and any of the other Australians. But hopefully I'm hoping a couple more races to Queensland.
Yep.
And if a nationals comes up, that as well.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the nationals at the moment. Nobody's got any idea. There's a provisional date, but nothing's been confirmed. And the closer it gets, I don't think it's likely to happen, which is really unfortunate. So I hope it does, but we'll have to wait and see. Tralee, what's your plans for the future?
Just the club day fun days for me. That's it in regards to racing. Just a bit of fun.
So do we see you up at Somerset on the 2nd and 3rd of September?
Maybe, maybe not. It depends. Bailey's getting his skis now ready, both of them, to go to Thailand. So when do they have to be shipped? When do they have to be? They actually have to be shipped in October, but because we've changed classes for this year only, we're doing the whole 2024 World Tour next year. So all 4 rounds. So our turbo skis are getting built for that. So this year Bailey's going to compete in he's going to America to do poles. He'll race the stand-ups.
Yep.
But in Thailand he'll race the Enduro Open and stock runabout. So we're getting those. Sorry?
He's a busy lad.
Yeah, so we'll get those 2 skis ready. Like Open Enduro means that we can, do more to our Sea-Doos now for the Open ski. I mean, the yellow one's already stocked, but it wasn't really, I will be honest, it wasn't really, it's a stock circuit ski, and Bailey pushed it a little bit by racing it in the Enduro. And so it's in getting a freshen up.
Even to the point where he ripped the seat off.
It was, it was built for circuits, not long distance. So anyway, it's in getting some freshen up, ready to take to Thailand. We'll take them both to Thailand. And,
nice one.
So it depends if the skis are ready.
So you've got a busy 2024 then?
Yeah, hopefully we do all 4 rounds of the World Cup, and that's probably the aim. And nationals, if they have nationals.
Yep, and obviously you'll all be in Thailand again.
Oh, Thailand this year, definitely. We'll be there in December. Bailey will race.
I'll fix up with it. We can dial in again. We can have a little chat while you're still there, like we did last time.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Cool.
fun time, and I love it. If the girls can get there, come and watch and
there's a lot of people. There's actually quite a group of people usually go over just to watch. Like I think the likes of Jeff and that, and Craig and that. I think they usually go over and just for the photography. So just to take pictures and hang out with everybody. So it's a bit of an event. It's a bit of an annual. It's like an annual crusade.
Yeah, it's the biggest. It's the biggest one, I'd say, in the world. So even though you've got rounds of it in Poland and France, you'll see the numbers dwindle because it costs so much to get to those places.
Yep.
But Thailand, you've got 30 trying to qualify in Pro GP.
Yep.
You've got big classes. It's the biggest event, I'd say, in the world for jet ski racing.
Okay. Worth checking out then. Okay. Sarah, what's your plans? You still continuing finish off this season, obviously?
Yeah, well, I'd love if I could keep where I'm at and maybe get some more trophies. That would be pretty cool. But I'm enjoying making the friends that I have made, and I want to continue building those relationships. But honestly, I'd love to be able to ride like Jamie. That's my goal. Yeah.
Practice. Yep.
Yeah, I used to train a lot, a lot. So, you know, it's just a lot of training. It's time on the ski. You don't know how to ride a ski unless you get ski time. So it's just being on the ski and getting stronger and fitter.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely got to work on that too.
Alicia, yourself?
Mine's the same. Mine's pretty much the club days. I'm just making sure I make every club day to get better.
Yep.
And then probably just ditching the partner and kids and getting time on the ski.
You need to chain Ash to the house somewhere so that he's got to stay in the house, and you can just go. You can leave your little one with him and say, "Right, I'll be back in a few hours."
I'd come home and my mum would have it. Like, you'd find.
Hey, that's a good dilemma to have when the grandparents are fighting for the baby. So.
No, we do have, like, when I first had, was coming out racing, I was still breastfeeding, so I'd race and.
Oh my word! Jeez.
So, no, I'm glad that.
That's commitment. That's very similar to my wife when she was training to be a nurse, and we had our second child, and she had to do exactly the same thing. She'd train in the hospital. She'd be doing her training, or she'd be in class, and then she'd have to run out into the car park, and her grandfather would bring her youngest one up, and she'd have to breastfeed. She'd have to breastfeed her youngest one, and then she'd run back into class again, and that was a daily occurrence. I was like, my God, that's commitment, you know. So well done.
It keeps carrying around a whole heap of baby bottles.
True. Very true. Janine, what's your plans for the rest of the season and beyond?
To keep going and to make sure I don't come off at any point would be the first thing, and then to hopefully have. It looks like we're probably going to have a couple more ladies join us for this next round, so that would be good to have a few more.
Nice one, which I like to hear. I did put that little message out there to see if we could get more. It was aimed at the girls especially, but the hope would be that we get more men involved in it as well. So, the whole thing grows together and everybody benefits from it. So, for me personally, I think from what I've seen so far, there's been a bit of a rocky road in the past, and it's had its good points and its bad points. Even now, we're still, there's still the odd little thing coming up, but I think the vibe's different, the feel's a bit different. From what I've seen of it, it just seems to be all love and and quite a lot of positivity. So I can only prosper from there, and if we can nurture that better for everyone, then only good things can come. Ladies, I thank you for your time. I'm going to let you go because I've had you on here about nearly 40 minutes. It doesn't feel like it. Absolute pleasure having you ladies on. Before you go, though, I always let my guests give their shout-outs to whoever they need to give their shout-outs to. So, Jamie, you can kick off the proceedings and you can say your thanks and whatever to everyone.
Shout out to Trey Lee, Derek and Bailey from 8-1 Racing. Without them, a lot of my racing in the last, couple of years, it wouldn't be possible. And I'm very grateful for them. Jet Tribe, they've been one of my sponsors since the very beginning with my gear, and, they've got me to China and to America.
Yep.
So them as well. And also my support back home, my mum and my partner for, when I want to just take off and go race on the other side of Australia, for taking one for the team and actually just looking after my daughter. So
Yep.
yeah, thank you to them.
Nice one. Tralee?
Sunshine Coast Power Sports, they do a hell of a lot for us. They build really good skis, fast skis, travel the world with us. So those guys, obviously Jet Tribe also support the team big time. So do Ace Sunglasses, a lot of product sponsors we have. So Ace Sunglasses, Zoomed Images, Pro Water Magazine, Water Blast is awesome stuff for your jet ski and keeping it clean. 239, also Bobby helps us out for a lot of promotion. Just looking at my thing going, oh,
I was going to wait and say, you should have got a list, but you could just look at your shirt.
I think that's about it. If I have, apologies.
Nice one. Sarah?
Obviously, I want to thank Shoreline Yamaha for having the best ski that I've been learning to ride. Pete, and also all you ladies, you've been very kind to me, and I'm very thankful. And all my Instagram friends that have been watching me and helping me grow, and all the tips. And of course, Bruce, you've been very good to us. And
Try my best.
yeah, and Australian Jet Ski Parts too. They're always there to supply the best. So I'm very thankful.
Nice one. Nice one. Alicia?
Mine is just kind of everyone involved in the sport. Like, I've always been welcomed and it's always been friendly, and yeah, that's it. Like, I'm new and fresh, and just everyone's support is all
Ash. You better thank Ash.
darling. On the off instead of letting me keep going.
Nice one, Alicia. Janine?
Yeah, just a shout out to, George for encouraging me to do it and supporting me, and like all my friends that have given me the egg on to give it a go, and then everybody that's just welcomed me, on the race days. It's been great.
Nice one. Listen, ladies, it's been an absolute pleasure. I've actually been looking forward to getting you girls on. So when I arranged the five of you together, I never thought I would get all five. And to be honest, the one that I didn't think was going to make it was going to be Tralee. As soon as I messaged everyone, Jamie was the first one that got back to me and went, fantastic idea, let's do it. Tralee, I've been kind of hinting about getting her to come over and have a chat while I've been doing the live streams and all that. Nah. She wasn't doing it. So I've always kind of thought, will I ever get her on? I think I managed to trick you on tonight. So absolute pleasure anyway, ladies. So thank you for your time, and we'll see you at the racetrack.
Thanks, Bruce.
All the best, ladies.
See you, ladies.
All right, take it easy.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, God, I finally got that one done. Now, I can't believe the issues I had there at the start. Ladies, I really, really thank you for your time. Absolute pleasure. Remember, we have a new round coming up in the 2nd and 3rd of September, Somerset Dam. It's a 2-day event. A great opportunity for anyone that wants to get into jet ski racing, because the one after that, which is at the end of September, will be at Redcliffe, and that can sometimes be notoriously bumpy because it's an open water event. The winds can be a bit notorious up there, but on up at the dam at Somerset, it can be a little bit calmer. The winds can pick up, so it can be a little bit bumpy and lumpy. But Somerset, if you're going to do it, that would be the one to go to, and get yourself set up into the event. So go to the QPWC page or any of your state governing bodies, New South Wales PWC, Victorian, the IGSBA, Jet Ski Westport, I think it is, WA, over in WA itself, obviously. Check them out. Go to the AJSBA as well to check the rules, to see what you need to get involved. So there's plenty of opportunities to get involved in the sport, whether it be the racing itself, or if you just want to come up and watch, help out, hold the skis, help with scoring, all that kind of stuff. More than welcome come up and help out with all the different events that are going on. Even the guys that are running their stand-up skis and wreck lights up at Marshall's Lake, I'm sure they'd be happy to see you come up and have a look and see what's going on as well. So the more the merrier is the way I look at it. While we're on that, I'll go straight to the roundup, so because it kind of backs onto that. So at the moment, QPWC are hang on, let me close a couple of windows here, and we'll be good to go. All right, so QPWC are actually looking to get new members, as are all the associations. Excuse me there. In the QPWC page, Facebook page, you will find a link there for membership levels. So these can be just involvement. Like, I'm a member myself. Let me just shift that over so people can actually see it. Let's scale it down a wee bit as well. All right, so there's the different types of registration that you can have with the QPWC. It's in their memberships. You can be a club sponsor, you can be just a single person or a family member. The costs are there. I've paid my $60 for the year. If you're racing, you have to be a member to race. Now, bear in mind that you can get anything from, like, there's a first time racers membership, which is valid for 2 months, and it'll only cost you $10. Okay, so that's your membership taken care of right away, which then will let you enter a race, which obviously you have to pay your fees for that. Now, when these events come up, now I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that if you have paid your membership with one of the governing bodies, with the QPWC, it allows you to go race interstate as well. So you've got to be a member of one of the associations. So check your state association, your state club, and see what the requirements are for racing in your own state. Once I know that here, once you've got your membership, you can just jump in and you can pay your fees to race in the various classes that you want. Now, there's been a bit of debate about what skis should you really be racing to start off if you're a beginner. I'm a believer that if you're comfortable on the ski that you're riding and that's the ski you want to race, then and you can control and handle it well enough and you're confident enough on it, then why not race that? Now, I know there's an argument about, oh, you could race on wreck lights, or you could race on this, or you could race on that. It's a bit easier. You learn how to ride better, all that kind of stuff. I do remember Bobby Cardone saying a while back that let's be realistic here. Don't go off the bat. If you're in your first race ever, don't go flying off the bat, trying to take all the corners and trying to, learn your lines, learn how to turn properly, take your time, allow yourself the first and maybe the second race and third race. It may be that you've got to spend a weekend just getting yourself set up so that you kind of get accustomed to what's expected, the lines you need to take, all that kind of stuff, and then hopefully you can then maybe just start to open it up each race after that. Yeah. So, to be honest, I'd love to give it a go myself. My body's probably a bit too old and broken to do it. So, plus I enjoy doing the live streams as well. So, I don't think that's likely to happen. But hey, who knows? Who knows? So anyway, QPWC looking for members. It helps support the club, helps support the sport in general. And you're supporting those that are involved in the whole sport as well. So that's that one. Let me just get that out of the way. Now, let's jump over the pond here. Let's go to New Zealand. They have their big event coming up in a couple of weeks. 19th of August, Round 2 Enduro Series. They've already had the Round 1 Series. There's a little video which I'll show at the end of this show. I'll run that video from Rachel Grady of Living in the Moment. I'll share that with you at the end of the show. So at the moment, they're looking for riders for the 19th of August. So if you're thinking about going over and you're in Australia, You do have a couple of weeks. Registrations are open. You need to get in touch with someone to help you get in touch with them, or get in touch with Gunslinger Racing, which is Dave Fennell. I'm pretty sure there'll be a bunch of other people out there over in New Zealand that would be willing to help and assist you. Try and maybe fix you up with a ski, maybe. So if you want to give it a go in a new country, there could be your opportunity to do it. Bear in mind it's New Zealand, might be a little bit cold, but hey, listen, if you fancy it, give it a go. So that's New Zealand. The New South Wales had their presentations at the weekend. I'm not going to go too much on that. Queenslanders that were in the racing. Let me just. Now I might miss a couple here, so let me just bear with me. Some of the racers that we had up at the weekend at the state championships, Dean Kruskos, he won a couple of classes for New South Wales. Where we have the women's Pro-Am runabout. We had a couple of Queenslanders in that, Carla McLennan and Tracy Bennett. They were in it, third and fourth respectively. Let's see, Dean Pro-Am Rec Lights as well. I'm not sure. Seb and his young lad Jay were involved in this as well. Picked up a couple of trophies. I know Seb managed to get himself a couple of medals, so congratulations to him. There's Jay, got the naturally aspirated runabouts. Adam Murad. Adam's been up here. I've seen him in round 1. So he's been up here a couple of times as well. And I think Kylie got the Pro GP runabout. Kylie won that one. So the girls are mixing it up with the boys. So well done, Kylie. And where have we got? We've got the Junior Lights. We had a Junior Lights competition as well. Pro-Am Lights as well. Young Jaden Richardson. He was racing as well. So congratulations to him for being involved with the men against the adults. I think that's pretty much the New South Wales. Listen, congratulations to everybody that was involved in that. They had their prize given down there. Other Queenslander I missed as well was Paul Baisley, which was I can't remember the class he's in. I think it was a Pro-Am GP maybe. I probably got the category wrong, but I know that he picked up a second place, I think it was. So we'll move on from the race stuff, and I know that the past couple of weeks has been all about a race environment and the racing scene. There's not a great, like, if I have to say anything, there's not many videos out there that I can share from a rec ride point of view. There's not a great deal of events that are happening for rec lights. There is a pop-up, there are occasional pop-up rides which happen in a couple of different groups, CD Jake being one of them, and obviously the Gold Coast, the Jet Ski Riders Gold Coast and Brisbane group have some pop-up rides as well. So there are some there, but they just happen at the last minute, or generally a couple of days in advance. So if there's anything happening this weekend, just keep checking those pages and there will be something appears. I know they limit the numbers on the groups as well, so that we don't have large groups. Now, one big one that's coming up later this year, 3rd of December, the annual Santa jet ski ride. Now this year they're not going for the Guinness Book of World Records, and simply because of the cost involved with it. Guinness themselves actually wanted a rather hefty fee in order to undertake the adjudication of the event, and it was felt, and rightly so, it was felt that it was too much money to pay, and then that money could be easily, the money that they would save from that, they could easily put back into the charity, which is to be expected. I wouldn't expect that to be any other way. So it's not a Guinness Book of Records world record attempt. It is just a Santa ride. Okay, so it's a little bit more leisurely. There's not that expectation of being in rank and file order and set distances apart. It will be a little bit more at ease a little bit more relaxed. And if I remember correctly off the top of my head, the entry is $35, I believe. Yes, it is. $35 per jet ski, not per person, per jet ski. So you can have 2 people on that jet ski, it's still $35. All right. So the more jet skis we can get into this, the better it looks on the water. And it's hey, if we end up with more people than we're needed for what may have been a world record attempt, it is what it is. Like, we tried it last year, there was not a lot of people. We were just short of the numbers of it. And that's why it was deemed it was a bit more of an unnecessary expense this year. So they wanted to kind of strip it back a little bit and just go for what it was, which is a Santa Claus ride, and raise money for charity, which I think is a better idea. And it's definitely more relaxing for everybody involved. So that's one to look forward to. There is an event up. Facebook search Santa Jet Ski Ride 2023. And you will find the event. You can register through that page, and yeah, good luck, and hopefully see everybody down for that one. So that's that one. Now, for me personally, as you've seen throughout this podcast, with the exception of my mishaps earlier on, you can see. Let me get this right. This little thing here. This little thing here is Moonlight Walk. I've done it the last 2 years. It's a 25th anniversary. It's multiple sclerosis. Queensland that run it. They raise funds for research and for support services, which is actually the main crux of what they do, which is support services. Now, that support services can be anything from nutritional advice to physical support services, guidance, and all that kind of stuff as well. So obviously the research stuff is really, really important, but the support services are equally as important, not just for the individuals themselves who suffer from it. Namely, I'm one of them, unfortunately, but for the families as well. And it's just as important for the families to have as much support from MS Queensland as anyone. And for me, it's a personal thing. Like I've said, I got diagnosed with it a couple of years back. Which is why it's close to my heart. I'm trying to raise as much money as I can, and let me just get that closed. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get people to donate, and also I'm doing the 10k walk. It's the 28th of October on a Saturday night, Davies Park at the West End in Brisbane. Now, guys, if you want to take part in this, you can join and sign up for the walk, and you can actually join the team that I've set up as well. The team name and link is actually on the Jet Ski Republic Facebook page, so you can actually go to that as well. You can either donate there or you can join the team, and you can get involved in it yourself if you wish. So I'd love to see some people join me on the walk. What I've generally done the last couple of years has been I do the 10-kilometer walk, and then the following day on the Sunday I'll do at least at least a ride of 100 k's or more. So it's a 10 and 100. That's the way I look at it, and that's the way I work it. So the last 2 years I've done that, and I'm planning to do that again this year as well on the 28th of October. So please feel free to join me. I'd love for us to, as a community, to raise a bucket load of cash. We've already demonstrated that already with Leukemia Foundation. I'd love for it for us to set the standard again and generate as much money as we can for multiple sclerosis research. So yeah, I'd really welcome anyone to come and join me on the walk or make a donation. The links, like I say, are in the Jet Ski Facebook page. Thank you. All right, so let's just get rid of that, and we'll go back to here. So there we go. There's the logo as well. So until I do the walk, logos for MS Moonlight Walk will be up there. Like I say, it's 25th anniversary. Great event. It's well worth taking part in. It's good fun. And yeah, so guys, thank you for tuning in. It's longer than I anticipated it to be, and I thank the girls again for coming on. It was an absolute pleasure to listen to what you had to say and your stories and your your kind positive words towards each other as well. So that was really good. Long may that all continue. Until next week, I'm going to leave you with the video from Rachel Grady, aka Living in the Moment, down in New Zealand. It is the Round 1 Enduro, and it's a picture collage of images from that event. And I'll leave you with that. And until next week, when I'll catch up with you at 7 o'clock next week. Until then, be safe, take care out on the water, and have fun. Good night. Thank you.